I certainly did as much as I could to make the most of that year. I got back into writing. I wrote a story about a guy who was in the military, whose life was made hell in the service by 3 of his fellow servicemen, including paying to tag team a hooker they knew he liked. He goes to say hello to her the night this happens and sees what's happening. She feels bad as he walks away, but then the other military guys tell her she won't be paid if she doesn't finish, so she does and they high-five. Before he leaves the service, he sneaks into the admin office and copies down their home address, for when they get out of the service. Then, one by one, he takes these bad people out and gets away with it. It was loosely based on me and Puppet, Kara and Shrew. I should have kept it in a drawer somewhere, but I was determined to be a success and I sent a copy somewhere. It was my only copy and I never heard back from who I sent it out to, so it was gone forever. I also got a composition notebook and wrote a screenplay called, You Left Your Lights On. This was based upon the redhead from the bar, but the redhead waitress told me.
That's not a word, by the way.
When I was a bar back. One night, she asked me to go check on her vehicle. A customer had told her that she left her lights on, but she thought maybe he had some sinister purpose and asked me to go check on her vehicle instead. Of course I did and everything was fine. But I imagined a horror movie where the customer did have that sinister purpose and wrote a whole screenplay about it. The customer gets caught by the cops in the end and the girl is saved. Unfortunately, I still didn't know how to properly format a screenplay and I wrote it longhand in pen. Again, I should have saved myself a copy in a drawer somewhere. But I was trying to make something happen for myself and just sent the whole handwritten notebook to the NY Film Academy. I never heard anything back from them, so the work that I had put in, plus the story were lost to time forever. I should have just went to the library and borrowed books for free during that year, but I went to this used bookstore and bought this book on Nikola Tesla, a book based upon the formation of Apple called Accidental Millionaire and the Anthony Burgess introduction copy of A Clockwork Orange with the final chapter not seen in the movie. I found the Clockwork Orange introduction and final chapter ending to be a satisfying. I was so entertained by Accidental Millionaire. But I learned so much about Nikola Tesla. He studied engineering at Hungarian Polytechnic and then after he legally immigrated to America, he was able to earn $20 his first day off the boat by fixing a machine the owner could not fix. He had a letter of recommendation that he gave to Thomas Edison and that was how he came to work for him, but would later not like things he said like,
"Do you eat flesh?"
Edison needed a Navy vessel's electric system to work and said,
$50,000 to the person who can get this fixed.
Tesla wanted his own lab, so he worked through the night and fixed it, but then Edison claimed the money was American humor, so Tesla quit. He then went to work for George Westinghouse and that set up the battle of the currents of Tesla's AC versus Edison's DC, which Westinghouse won. Tesla was to be paid a royalty, but the company had to ask him to release them of that, which he did and lost out on a fortune. He died in a hotel room, with little money and his legal citizenship papers in his safe. I was so inspired by this book based upon his life, that I tried to develop a few inventions of my own.